Keep it going. Basil Zemplis, of course, none other than the Mayor of Perth.
Hello.
And a local mayor here in Joondalup is none other than Albert Jacob. Gentlemen, hello. All right, let's start with the super local, then we'll get the citywide perspective. Tell us about this part of Perth and the country and why it's such a pleasure to represent it.
Great, thanks Paul, and thanks for visiting the city of Joondalup. One of the largest local government areas in WA, so about 165,000 people, but it's also one of the newest. So this is 22 suburbs along the beautiful Indian Ocean that developed in the last 40 or 50 years. Nearly half our population here have come in from somewhere else overseas. So really high level of migrants, but mainly from South Africa, from UK, Ireland, New Zealand, and then increasingly in recent years from all over the world. So you've got these brand new communities that have formed in recent decades, and it's an exciting place to be in. It's a prosperous place because we're here in WA, we're close to Perth, but we're also near the beach, and we're still creating an identity for ourselves.
But this feels like the microcosm of the bigger city, which again is the same. This story of people from lots of other places. Well done, mate. He got on there. He got on the sales. But again, how's Perth doing? Obviously, under your mayoralship, you'll say better than ever. But give me an idea of the sense of how it's doing.
Yeah, you're quite right, Paul. Better than ever. No, we did bounce back out of COVID better than any other capital city, partly because our lockdowns were so few compared to other capital cities. Number one for office occupancy, 6 of the top 10 ASX-listed companies headquartered right in the heart of our city, and we're on the same time zone as 60% of the world's population. So we're in a good spot in a very prosperous state, the capital city of Western Australia. Also, a university, Edith Cowan University, about to take off right in the heart of the city. We haven't had that in the heart of our city. That's 10,000 people added to the daily population of our city in 18 months' time. So the shape of our city is changing as well. A lot more residents, a lot of student accommodation, huge vibrancy, great free events program. Perth is in great shape.
Now, you can both, as locals, can answer this question. What is something that is uniquely awesome about being a Western Australian? What is the thing that is different about the way people interact compared to people who might be used to the grunts of Sydney and Melbourne? Yes, some laid back in Brisbane, but Basil, what's that thing that is only a Perth thing?
Yeah, I'm happy to go. Look, there's always been a great confidence that Western Australians and Perth people have enjoyed. We always knew growing up that Sydney and Melbourne were the big cities, but never ever felt inferior. We always had our own thing going on. We had a great entrepreneurial streak, a great confidence. Maybe it was the isolation that gave us that. So there was always a profound sense of let's just get on and do it. And that has been the spirit that has carried Perth and Western Australia all of my life. I'm in my 50s now. I've only ever known it that way.
Yeah. I think you're right. The sense of pride we have in the economy that we've built, you can never underestimate how deeply proud our local communities of the resource industry in WA, and I think the East Coast misses that a lot. We're proud of our mining industry. We're proud of our oil and gas industry. We're proud that we economically prop up the rest of this country, and we're especially proud that we've done it with such a tiny population in such a large state. One of the things that makes us so special as well is this tiny population is how small a degree of separation there is between us now. While Basil might be Lord Mayor of Perth,
here we go.
I got this prepared. Here's Joondalup City Centre launching 1992.
Look at this. When he was there as the celebrity guest.
And that haircut, that's not a regulation haircut, by the way. No mayor should have a haircut like that, or a tie like that one for that matter.
Mullets were compulsory in the 90s, but it's good to have you back again, Basil.
Thank you. It's great to be back in Joondalup. That's Carmen Lawrence, the former first female Premier of Western Australia. I think, in fact, the first female Premier in Australia. And Labor Premier of Western Australia.
So let's talk about what the state needs, though. What the East Coast needs to change either its perceptions or, more importantly, what you want out of Canberra. You obviously, as local government officials, have got the chance to bind together in a state, but also travel over with our mate Linda Scott to be along with many other mayors around the joint. Yeah. What do you think that you'd like as a change in attitude of Canberra, either towards this bit specifically or Perth generally, apart from more money, please?
Always more money, please. But you know what? Just please don't stuff it up for us. Don't get in the way. Don't over-regulate, particularly environmentally. some of the recent moves in Aboriginal heritage on the East Coast are going to make WA very nervous. We're proud of what we've built, and having Canberra bureaucrats trying to regulate what happens here in Western Australia is going to be a death knell for that industry that props up our country.
And leave the live sheep alone, by the way.
You've heard it before. When mining does well, Western Australia does well, and Australia certainly does well. And Albert's absolutely spot on. Get out of the way. Assist, but don't get in the way. Let those big projects and our big miners get on with adding to the prosperity of our nation. That's what they do.
Good on you, boys. Thank you for representing your communities the way you do. All the best.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.